On this day of Mahashivratri, I will be showing you how to do DIY to male dressing tutorial part 2. Here we have Bhagwan Shiva, Mata Parvati as the water depicted by 300 blue roses representing Ganga, and then we have the peacock, so graceful, represented on Parvati's side. Stay tuned as I show you how I dressed these beautiful Murtis and created this. Happy Maha Shivratri. Jai Mahadev. In continuation of our first episode, Murti Dressing DIY for Male Deities, episode 1, the link is in the bio. So first, I would always recommend that you guys watch the video first on episode 1 so you can understand episode 2. On this episode, we have, in preparation for Shivratri, we have 2 different Banarasi saris that which I have purchased that has been cut in quarters or halfway. The other half is on Ma Parvati, and this other half of material we will be using to dress Mahadev. The blouse pieces I have separated and cut them in half with the border. We have our pins ready and Mahadev's jewelry, and let's get started and see how we adorn Bhagwan today. Alright, so we have the 3 different pieces of fabric that I have separated. We originally bought 2 different saris, 2 of the same colors. The other half of the sari, I have used it to dress Parvati Ma, and now we're having the remaining fabric that has been cut in length. So as Parvati Ma has blue on this side, next to Mahadev, I'm going to make the primary color the fuchsia. So I'm going to put this aside. This is the other piece of sari, and this is the blouse pieces. We'll get to that a little later. So we're going to open the sari. As you guys remember, in level 1, we're basically just creating that pleated fabric look. So here we have the pallu, but we're not going to be using this pallu for the main part of the dhoti. So we're just going to cut that out. And we're going to trim this edge too. So there's a lot of different sectioning you're going to see with this level 2. So this part of the Banarasi sari pallu piece, we're going to keep it to the side. And we're going to open our length of fabric. Let's just move this down. And you remember, it's 2 yards measured out. And then we're going to cut. And remember, like in the first video, we're going to go ahead and find the middle. And from there, we're going to pleat. And in the DIY tutorial level 1, it is done a little bit more slower so you can see. And then we're going to just pin from behind. Once again, we're going to take this end, join it back to the middle, take this end and join it back to the middle, and then we're going to pin. And remember, this is how we get the pants. So we're going to set this aside, and now we're going to prepare the middle zigzag part. So because we have 2 different colors, let's bring out the blue. So opening the sari now, we have a choice. We can either use for the section middle, we can cut the pallu part and just fold it like this and drop it straight, or we can even go this way and use the border. I think I'm going to do the zigzag like we did in the first episode. But I want to show you how it looks with the Banarasi sari. Now, as you can see, I don't have an iron here. I don't have anything to basically form these pleats besides this technique. Let me show you. So I'm just gonna fold over, and at the edge of a counter, you just press, and automatically it makes a seam. That is the beauty of working with Banarasi saris. So for this, I think I'm just gonna keep this as a straight border. So it'll come down in the middle. So we're gonna go ahead and rest that aside. Now we're going to work on the shawl for Mahadev. So once again, I like to average 1 yard or 1.5 yards, depending on the size of your Murti. Now guys, do understand that you can use this same technique to dress smaller Murtis. I will make a tutorial on how to dress female Murtis in another episodes to come. And here we have the shawl. So we're just gonna go ahead and just pull the fabric, and it automatically makes it straight. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and see that we have a lot more fabric left over. I'm a type of person that I like to use as much. The more that you have, the merry. So here we have that piece that we cut that was from the first pallu. We're gonna set aside, and we're gonna do the same thing to this part of the pallu on the blue fabric. Alrighty, so now we have both of the half pallus from each one of the lengths of the fabrics. So what I'm going to do is bring the pink one, the fuchsia, and I'm going to find my scissors, and I'm going to cut this in half. And then I'm going to cut this one in half again. Alright, so this I'm actually going to show you using some pins. This I am just going to fold over and pin at the bottom. And I'm going to show you where this is going to go when we're dressing Mahadev. Don't worry about the top like this. This will be taken care of. Once again, once we have made our shape or pleat, we just want to make sure with the Banarasi sari it's a little bit more difficult because it is a stiff fabric. And then I'm just going to mark it. All right, we're going to do one. Now we're going to do that again. Once again, turn it over, fold, and then fold to generally make the same size. And then we're going to pin. Now you can pre-cut everything and have it stitched, but for the DIY tutorial, I just want to show you guys this way. I don't want everyone to feel that in order to dress a Murti, you have to have a sewing machine, you have to have everything. I want to show you in the way that everyone can do it at any time. So here we have the bigger piece. We're going to do the same thing. Fold it over and get a pin, and then pin the bottom. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and we have the shawl and the dhoti. Let's go ahead and start dressing Mahadev. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the dhoti part, and once again, like in the first episode, we're going to just pass it around. And like I said, I like to bring it to the front so it's easier access to tie. And we're just going to make a knot. And then turn everything back around, and now start pulling our material to basically cover all parts of the Murti. Now this, I'm just going to keep it to one side because the Banarasi sari tends to puff when there's too much fabric going on. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then the middle piece that we had put aside, we're going to go ahead and add that to the middle. Now I'm going to just fold it back a little bit. You want to just fold for each Murti length to make sure things aren't too long or too short. Now we're just gonna go ahead and make sure we level that and smooth it out, just like that. Now guys, remember these pieces. We're gonna take one of these, and the smaller one, I'm just gonna fit it right here and just tuck it in. And then the other smaller one, fit it right here and tuck it in. And then the longer one, we're gonna put it on top and then tuck it in. So that gives a different style of almost a dhoti overlay. Now we're just gonna fan out the bottom. And now we're gonna add his shawl. You just wanna make sure it's even and pleated. Once again, I like to bring it around Mahadev, around Nag, and then around this way. And this end of it just comes, I like to just tuck it in so it's not too much fabric. So you still see the Murti. You want to make sure that the Murti is wearing the clothing and the clothing is not wearing the Murti. Alright, and now we're going to accessorize with some jewelry. With the combination of the fuchsia and blue, I said emerald. You want your jewelry to be something that pops but is still elegant and not too much, because you want the Murti to shine. So I'm just going to go ahead and, go ahead and fix Bhagwan's chain, and then I'll accessorize with some more details and I'll show you the finished product. Now, as you see, that wasn't hard. In upcoming videos, I will be showing you different techniques on how to treat these amazing roses and different types of flowers. Together, we'll be able to create so many different styles of decor and devotion. Thank you for watching. Mahadev blessings. Please like, subscribe, and share. Dreams by Dev.